You want to show it to the camera really quick?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a teaser because it's like I'll start here, and then like this is the MTR everybody knows, but then we're gonna run out of camera and wall because this barrel just keeps going.
Holy crap! That's a lot. What is that? 24 inches? 26?
26, yeah.
Wow.
So Lilja got a request to make 26-inch barrels by a few people, and they contacted me and they said, "Hey, we're getting a few requests on 26-inch barrels," and I was like, "Yeah, I'd like to try one of those, and let me know when your run's going to be done." And they finished their run and they let me know, and now I have one here. So I'm going to make this a bench rest gun, I think.
Wow.
So I'm going to put, Athlon has that new second focal plane bench rest scope that's out.
Okay.
It's like the Aries ETR, I think, and it's a 60 power. I'm going to rock that. I'm going to put a single load tray kind of deal on there. And
so I will say one of the things that I noticed looking at that was that did not look like an Area 419 scope base. It looked like you had. It is.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. There it is. All right. That's why I couldn't tell. Does that have some MOA added to it? Is that like a plus 20 or plus 30?
Are MOA.
Okay.
This one's 50.
What?
So
how far do you plan on shooting that out to? Like 300?
I've shot the CZs out to 600.
Okay. Yeah. That's great. 600. Why? Did you hit your target?
Yeah. It's the difficulty was at the time. There's two different ranges. I was in Missouri.
Right.
And they have a 600-yard range, but the furthest target's only like 570. We shot that a bunch, but then I went to their 1,000-yard range.
Right.
When we went out there, the berms were completely covered in about 3-foot tall weeds.
Right.
So when you're trying to get dialed in for wind, I had a drone out there. We had a spotter. You just absolutely couldn't see anything if it didn't hit the target. So I went out there. We got on at 600, but then at 700, the wind was changing. We couldn't figure out where it was hitting to get on target. So but 600 wasn't bad.
So, I mean, when I was a kid back in the 90s, I owned a Remington 597 Viper, which was one of the worst semi-automatic rifles ever made. It broke. I sent it back to Remington. They sent me a new one, and then that one broke, and then they were just like, "Hey, dude, just we're not going to send you another one." And I was like, okay, cool. We used to shoot targets that were out 600 yards, but because we were shooting over a lake, and the idea was, let's just see how far we could shoot the bullet, and all we had to do was hit the lake, so we were hitting the water. It wasn't like we were hitting anything small. So what size target are you shooting at 600 yards?
So the first one has a IPSC, and it has a small, I think 6 or 8 inch square next to it. So we shot the IPSC, and then we shot the square. The bummer of that is that same day I put an energy drink about 20 yards behind it on the berm. And on my second or third shot through my scope, I see this energy drink explode. So I'm thrilled, It's with my CZ and a chassis. I get all my stuff together. I drive 30 minutes back to my hotel room. I'm doing my warrant officer training in Missouri at this time. And I get on my computer, I'm editing, and, I'm just thinking of all these people that I'm like, man, I'm going to smash freaking Joe and Elijah with this freaking 600-yard, energy drink shot. And then right as I'm editing it, I realize the bullet skipped off of a rock 3 inches in front of the can and then hit the can. So I just had to trash the footage, and
oh no, you should have kept it.
You
should have kept it. You should have kept it
emotionally.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm calling my mom, and I'm telling everybody I know, people I don't know.
Right.
And, I'm so excited, and then so I got to delete it. I got to move on because now I've told all these people I got to call them back. And I thought I was a winner. I'm actually a loser. Sorry.
No, man, you're still a winner. That's still awesome. The fact that you can connect that far and actually explode a soda can at 600 yards is insane to me with the 22.
I wish I'd have seen the miss and then put another can out, because we definitely could have done it. It was not.
You could have dialed it in.
Of the rifle. Yeah, I was hitting low and I didn't realize it, and I skipped it in. But
Well,
you
that
know,
that
it is what
reminds
it
me
is.
about like that video with Garand Thumb that came out a little less than a year ago, where he had that viewer that was like, "Oh yeah, when I was a
Yeah.
kid, we were shooting beer cans at 650 yards or 675 yards with the 10-22 iron sights," and they're like, "All right, cool," and they flew them out, and it was just
Right.
it did not go well, you know.
No, some people gave him a lot of credit for getting close. I think that guy comments on my channel because there's everybody and their brother tells me about their 1981 Marlin that shoots 0.2-inch groups at 100 yards with CCI standard velocity. And I've got all these record holders who comment on my videos just to let me know that I suck. I just never met any of them, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's Carla.